Hey YouTube, iProducts112 here. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the 13w01a snapshot, which was released today on the 3rd of January 2013, the first snapshot of this year. And it adds a lot of new stuff, as you can see here, a lot of redstone stuff, just mostly redstone, and some other things as well. So yeah, let's just get right into this. So the first thing here we have is, this is called a trap chest. And basically what this does is it activates redstone one block away when you open it. So this is good for making traps, which I'll show you a simple one that I made in a minute. So when you open it, as you can see, the track there, just as an example, will activate. So yeah, it's good for if you just have good for adventure maps basically. And here's a little trap that I made here. As you can see, if we just open this and it's got diamonds in it, it'll be like, ooh, let's take those. And then the TNT underneath will just blow up and they will die, basically. So that's a pretty cool trap. You could try that, or you could do something a bit more complicated, because that one's a little bit obvious. So next thing is the daylight sensor. This is one of the things that they talked about at Minecon. Now basically what this does, as you can see here, it's night, so it doesn't have any signal at all. And so I've just set it up so that if a signal goes to this torch will turn off, and so will these lamps. But if we was to make it day, so /time set day, and as the light goes more on it as it progresses into the day, so as the sun goes up further, a bigger pulse will go through to this, and eventually, as you can see, the torch will turn off, and in daytime so will these lamps. So that's good for automatic lighting. So that's a pretty awesome thing. They also added a block of redstone, which can be used with sticky pistons instead of a redstone torch, because obviously they can't be moved with a piston. So as you can see here, it just activates that track, pull it away and it deactivates it. Pretty simple. This thing here, basically, in here we have a load of random items. So say for instance you had a lot of cluttered items in here. I don't know why you'd have them all cluttered. Maybe you just threw them in, something like that. But you wanted to get them all back. Basically all you have to do is have one in your inventory, double click it, and they all come out into whichever amount you have. So as you can see, I just click on all the things I have. They'll all come out of the chest. And then yeah, another thing you can do is if you pick up a stack of something and you just click and drag around the chest, as you can see, it'll scatter the items, you know, just through the chest. It's pretty awesome. So you could just move them around. I'm not sure why you'd want to use it. Maybe if you, I guess good for an adventure map, say you wanted to easily write something in the chest, so I guess this would work. If you put high, you need a few stacks, but yeah, it's pretty cool, because yeah, so that's a pretty awesome feature. I like that one a lot. So yeah, and basically these things are called pressure plates, which basically they need to be heavy or light. So if I get some of these out just to show you what the names are, so they're called weighted pressure plates. And you get light ones and heavy ones. Basically what these do, these send a redstone signal when items are dropped onto them. So you can see if I step on them, nothing happens. But if I was to drop, say, this glowstone on there, you'll see it will send a 1 block signal. And if we drop 2 signs on there, it will basically, the more items you add onto it, the more signal it has. So as you can see, if we just drop a few beacons on here, you'll notice that the redstone signal is going further and further. So it's getting stronger and stronger, and if we drop the whole stack on there, it becomes a really strong signal. And if we pick them all up, you can see the signal just dies, and then that requires less items put on it than the heavy one. So if you have the heavy pressure plate here, you have to put more items on it for it to get a stronger signal. So as you can see, if we drop, for some reason it disappeared. Okay, there must be a glitch, but if we was to drop some on here, as you can see here, it's only got 1 block, and you need to add quite a lot to get the next thing. I think 1 stack is only 2 blocks away. So this is going to be good for adventure maps. Just say you have to drop some items onto the pressure plate to, you know, get, you know, whatever item or whatever this activates. So it's a pretty cool feature, I guess. Not sure how you can use it, but that's for you to figure out if you make maps or something. So that's pretty cool. Now these things here are called hoppers. Basically what they do is they suck up items that you put on top of them. So as you can see, if you drop an item on there, it'll suck it up. And basically if you right click on it, it has this little inventory. If there's no container below it, items that drop into it will just basically just be stored inside there. If I show you, it doesn't actually have a icon yet, it's just a work in progress. So if we drop something on there, as you can see, it will just be stored in there. But if we dropped it on here, as you saw, we just put that on there. Oh, not that. Okay, so drop it on there, and you can see it puts it into the chest, and it faces the direction of whichever the nearest container is. I think it's just random, or maybe it attaches onto multiple ones. I'm not exactly sure. Let's try. So yeah, it only attaches onto one. But if we were to drop an item in here, it would just go through into this one and then into the chest. So that's a pretty cool thing. Just so you could make a big tower of these things, and if you needed to drop something really low or something, then it's a pretty cool thing you could do. Also works for furnaces and basically anything you can put items in. So yeah, that's a hopper, and basically what this thing is kind of confusing, but basically this is a redstone compact or whatever it's called, compactor. I'm not exactly sure what it's called or whatever, but it's basically a really complicated piece of redstone. So as you can see here, I'm going to need some dust and a torch for this. Okay, so as you can see here, this lamp is off because there is a stronger signal on the sides of the compactor than there is on the front of it, which is the side with these things. So if we was to destroy this, as you can see, the torch will come on. If we put it back, it will turn off. But if we was to put this torch closer, it would turn on and this wouldn't have any effect. So basically it means if the signal on this side is stronger, meaning closer, then it'll be off. But if it's stronger on this side, it'll be on, and it includes this side as well. So yeah, and also if you right click on it, it just turns that off, which doesn't seem to do anything. But yeah, so that's basically the idea of that. It's pretty complicated if you ask me, but it's pretty cool, I guess. So try it out if you want. It's still pretty cool, but whatever. And then I think that's it for this world, and if you didn't already guess, there is something in the Nether for this portal. So if we just get a diamond pick and we go into the Nether, and I'll show you something. So they added a new ore to the Nether, which is basically everywhere. As you can see, there's some up there, there's some down there, there's some everywhere. It's really common in Nether, and basically when you break it, it drops this thing called, if I get it, drops this thing called Nether quartz. I'm not exactly sure if I'm saying the name right, but this is used to make daylight sensors and compactors. So that's the only use it has at the minute. More uses is probably going to be added, maybe some tools, unlikely but possibly. So as you can see, when you break it, it drops XP and obviously the actual thing. You don't need to smelt it or anything like you do with iron. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's something that they're probably going to add more things to soon. So as you can see, it's just everywhere. It's really common and easy to find in the Nether. You could just go through a portal and it's probably going to be somewhere next to the portal. I'm not sure if it is inside the things. I'm pretty sure it will be somewhere. But yeah, that's a pretty cool thing they added. Hopefully we'll have more uses for that added soon. But yeah, that's about it for Snapshot this week. That's 13w01a. So yeah, you can download it from Mojang's website. The blog post link will be in the description below if you want to check it out. Definitely recommend doing that. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out, and it also gives you notifications when I upload new videos. So yep, that's it. I'll see you next video. Peace.